One. Big upside, Chi-Town. We live. Inglewood, Cali. We live. We in the building. Another edition of Mouthpiece included. It's an open panel as always. Slide through, pull up. Don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. Silverbacks in the building. Lots of hot topics since last week we're going to cover. Also, our hottest topic is going to be our all-time NBA pink team, all pink team, or all non-melanated, specifically white players. We're going to break that down at, that's going to be the last segment of this show today. Chat it up. We want to hear your team. And so, yeah, bear with us. As always, we got some stuff to do as we kick off the show. Dessert. Big ups to Slick Rick.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Facts. Subscribe, like, share. Yeah.
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a gaggle of girls?
Okay, I'm in my local Ralph's, and this happened.
I don't go to church, and I know God understands. I can
Man, why do they keep the honey around here?
God is a fan of the
Excuse me, you know where the honey is?
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like
Oh,
a gaggle of
cheese
girls?
Al.
The Bears.
Who wants cheese head?
I don't go to church, and I know God understands. I can stay on my couch because God is a fan of the Bears.
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a gaggle of girls?
The
Bears.
I don't go to church, and I know God understands. I can stay on my couch because God is a fan of the Bears.
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like?
That's right. The Bears. Big ups to the Bears. All right, production team. You can cue the sounds. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. As we said, pull up, slide through. We got a great one lined up for you cats today. Right here on Mouthpiece included. Gonna get it in. So for you guys who might not know the format, we're gonna cover how about them Bears. Give you a quick update. Also, how about them Bulls? If there's any Bulls chatter over the last 7 days, we're gonna cover that. And then of course, Cubs, White Sox. Does anybody care about baseball if it ain't playoffs? But playoffs? Are you kidding me right now? Playoffs? Are you kidding me? And of course, we got our weekly hot topics. We got some great ones lined up for you, as per normal. And then the cherry on the top is going to be the all-time pink or white NBA team. So we're going to pick our 5. It has to be a team. That's a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and the 5, the big center. And then, of course, you can pick a 6-man, and that can be from any position. And so that's what we got lined up for y'all today on Mouthpiece included. And as we always say, don't forget to bring that mouthpiece. And get this resident Silverback in the joint. Yes, sir. TATN. TATN.
And you better got your grill.
Grill.
TATN. TATN. What up, fool?
What up with it, fool? What's been going on, Brody?
Another week in the life, man. Just trying to do my thing. Do my thing. TATN, Chicago. Weather's been good. Shooting's been up. And trying to keep the kids safe. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's fantastic, man. We got Jackie Robinson's finest manager in the building. Any Jackie Robinson talk before we jump it off?
We're jumping off into the season. Got a lot of young kids. The T-ball ages and the youngsters are coming out this year, as opposed to the older kids. The older kids are all spread out, playing for different teams. But with the covert and the lack of support by the politicians of the city of Chicago, we're working on getting the kids back out there. We got our core players that have been with the league for years, but we're always looking for new athletes that live in the boundaries that want to play the game of baseball. So, we're starting out now with the younger guys, the ballers and the minor leagues. They're flourishing this year. We want to get the older guys going again. Yeah, everybody wants to play for travel teams. Go to all these tournaments all over the Midwest, and end up playing teams from right here in Chicago in the championships. Yeah, what can you do? You want kids to have the experience that they want to have. So we're just moving on along. Everything's working well, though. Everything's working. Still waiting on the state to drop the funding for the new field house for the park and the bathrooms and the concession stands. The funding that was approved maybe about 5-6 years ago in the state budget. You know how Chicago works. Not for your people. So keep the league in prayer. It's a ministry, more than a mission, more than looking for championships. We're trying to save kids' lives, keep them off the streets, get them. And a lot of them have ended up going to college playing baseball. Some going to the pro ranks, but just trying to give kids a better life out here in the city, in the streets of Chicago. We were at a travel team practice, matter of fact, tonight, and the 12 came by and said, hey, there's a guy running around here with a gun. He's intoxicated, so you might want to wrap up practice. You know where he's at? Nah, we don't have no idea where he's at. Just look around the park, and we just suggest that you get out of the park before we get out of the park.
Yeah, why don't y'all go find him, 12?
Go find him. Actually, it was a little kid came over to me and told me it was a guy on the other side of the park that had a gun, and he was dressed in all black, and he was waving the gun. He was intoxicated. So, right after that, the police showed up and said, yeah, you want to move around because we're right over there, ourselves crib, Rosenblum Park, behind South Street. And,
oh yeah, plenty of alcohol and dope around that area.
Yeah. So it's a nice little turf field they got out there for baseball and football, but of course, nobody cares about the community.
Yeah, so they that's the thing now in the Chi, bro. Drinking and shooting. Is that what's going on?
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, police officers being shot, the residents being shot. They're shooting through windows on the expressways. Not to put anybody in fear of coming to Chicago, but it's a plethora of bullets out there for some reason. There's always been a plethora of guns, but now there's a plethora of bullets. Fortunately, they're finding their way into the innocents' properties and well-being. Pray for Chi-Town. much as you can. And the youths.
Yeah. So it's they still getting it in at the Heasy, huh?
Yeah. It was an officer shot in Inglewood yesterday. It was I mean, I'm tired of talking about shootings. I want to talk about something positive. Let's get some economic resources going, and let's start building something for these kids too, as opposed to
facts. It was just I agree, man. Stop that violence, y'all, and put those guns down. Pick up a book, change your mindset.
To vote for the president, but vote locally and get these bums out of office that don't want to help your community, don't want to fix the streets, don't want to set any money aside for the kids in your neighborhood. Get them out of office. And the next bum doesn't do it, get that bum out of office. But let's start doing something. Stop talking about it.
And you remember the judges are elected officials, so you can vote. You can vote in who you want too.
Absolutely. If you have any mental reservation about what's going on, vote them out of office. Unfortunately, they count on low voter turnout. They count on bad weather. They count on, hot weather. They count on any kind of reason for you not to vote for your local representative that's really affecting the way you live. So,
they don't promote it either.
No, not at all. Oh, that was one of Daley's main staples. He'd show up right on the news right at 10 o'clock or 7 o'clock when the polls closed and urge on people to vote. The polls are closed. Oh, yeah, we'll try.
Early and often. All right, let's get it going, bro. Well said. All right, so you got any Sox Cubs banter as I look up their standings?
Well, we had of course, a 2-game matchup this weekend with the Sox and the Cubs over the holiday weekend, and
the L series.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. But it was a split series between the Cubs and the Sox. The Cubs won the first game, and the Sox took the next game extra innings. However, they had took an injury. Tim Anderson had to go on a 10-day disabled with a hamstring injury during that game. So, they're looking at, of course, another player hurt for the White Sox. That was Cubs. Not the White Sox.
Somebody injured their Hammy Davis Jr., huh?
Yeah, the fast guy. That's why they don't like the fast guys. They just want the guys standing in there trying to knock the ball out the park.
All right, so right now there's those Southside Sox are 23-26 and 5 games behind the Twins. They've won 4 out of their last 10, 11-13 at home, 12-13 on the road. Those Cubs are 21-29, 10 games behind the Brewers, who are in first place, 5 games out of their last 10, and they're 9-17 at home and 12-12 on the road.
9-17 at home.
Did you make it interesting? Did you have some money riding on that L series?
Absolutely not.
All right. You got anything else about the Cubs or the Sox, or we can push on?
I'm sick of what's going on baseball-wise here in Chicago. They keep talking about how good the Sox are, and they're a couple of games out of 5 games out of first place. I guess they're looking for the Twins to fall. Well, they get healthy, but when are we gonna stomp out of the gates and start slapping some teams around every year?
When Methuselah is not the manager.
Somebody's got to die.
Well, we don't wish that on nobody, but yeah. All right, here we go. We got Next, how about them Bears? Any Bears news? They say your boy Justin Time has been he's all a buzz. They said he's looking a lot better in the camp, colored and everything.
Yeah, it's supposedly his footwork is getting better. His timing with his receivers is getting a lot better. And of course, the plays have got to be better. So, yeah, he's enjoying camp and working with his offensive coaches, the new offensive coordinator, Getsy from the Packerland, and you got new quarterbacks coach. They got new offensive line coach. They got some guys that maybe know something about football as opposed to those,
Fake it till you make it cats they had in there.
Yeah. Yeah. We was just standing there like, man, they're going to keep paying us, man. Let's keep this thing going.
The GM with his grease in his hair and his tailored suits.
Yeah.
And then the ex-head coach with his sports gear on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They sure dressed the part.
Bib hat. He's a Bears fan through and through.
Right.
Like, dude, you don't know how to win a football game, man. You can't be the head coach.
They should have been arrested for theft. And you know, it's proof that he's not an offensive genius because KC didn't make him a offensive coordinator over there. They gave it to the colored.
Yeah. You know they didn't want to do that.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So how bad must the N-word be that they actually gave it to the N-word?
Well, when that last game he coached for him and stuck it up, and they lost the game in the second half after going up big in the first half. They should have told you there he couldn't make any damn adjustments, or he didn't know what the hell he was doing.
No, they don't know what they're doing. Remember at the end of every game, yeah, we got to look at the tape so we can see what we just saw.
We got to see what happened.
So we can figure out why we lost. You just watch the whole game. You mean you have no idea what happened?
I mean, we got to go to the tape, see, without the commentary, and, we can ISO the players and, see what went wrong.
Right. No, you're going to go to the tapes and get ready for next week, stupid. All right. All right. Yeah, I didn't have, I don't hear any talk about injuries and, and camp and things like that, knock on wood.
Well, I mean, no major injuries like we've had in the last few years with the older players that were on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
I just heard today Akeem Hicks is going to play. He signed a 1-year contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, good riddance.
But, he's an older player. He was going to end up playing like 6 to 8 games this year for the Bears. Yeah. The young guys are supposedly looking good. They're even spicing up Eddie Jackson, that huge damn contract he's got. Because he knows if he doesn't get it done this year, they're going to cut his ass next season. But
Eddie Jackson, his name sounds like he should be beating the hell out of his kids or something. You know what I mean? Making them carry bricks across the lawn or some shit.
Yeah, well, whatever it takes for him to learn how to tackle somebody on the opposite team, I'm with it. His most successful year was, ironically, with a Penn State safety on the other side of him, the kid Amos that ended up going to Green Bay. So maybe this new Penn State safety that we drafted second round, revitalize his career.
You can't have a safety that can't tackle. It's in its name. Who's that pink guy we had for years?
Oh, Chris Conti.
Chris Conti.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean it was over for him when he got trucked by that guy from Pittsburgh up down the sideline.
He was playing for what? Washington at that time?
I can't remember. We got to go back to the tape on that.
It should have been over for him his first season in the Bears. Like he was awful.
Well, the Bears had no interest in winning, so it could have had anybody that showed up. They would have had out there. Yeah,
Chris Conti. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he was. Oh man, you gotta. I think all you gotta do is go to YouTube, put in his name and highlights or lowlights, and him getting trucked all over the field will be delightful to a non-Bears fan.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. You got any Bulls? Any Bulls information? Any Bulls?
Any Bulls hits? No. I mean, it's just banner. I really don't want to hear. They're talking about whether Zach LaVine is going to stay or go. That's the only thing that's of interest in Chicago now, as far as basketball is concerned. Is Zach LaVine going to stay or is he going to walk?
Yeah, and the other question should be, and do you care? You know?
Yeah. And that the real answer is no.
Well, I find that the generation behind us, they like Levine because they're into that brand of basketball.
Yeah, he's a prototypical current player. He's
High
shoots
yellow
the ball, 3-pointers anywhere on the court.
questionable level of melanation. Seriously, like you said, shooting the ball, defense is not a priority.
Yeah, it might be at his most fatigued part of the game, and it's of course the money part of the game. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes left, and that's when he's gonna start launching that ball. Jacking up threes from anywhere, hoping he gets hot.
That's the wife calling in the middle of the show. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Zach LaVine is, he's been quoted as wanting to be courted by the rest of the NBA, in free agency. There's no way as the second year GM, I'm going to sit down and get this guy $200 million to propel my team to a championship. Well, making his last salary, he couldn't get you out of the first round of the playoffs. So it's a commitment that I wouldn't make as a general manager. I don't know what they're thinking or what their rationale or thought about Zach LaVine is. They can't be married to him as far as him being a player from Chicago. They just got here, and this guy, he hasn't won anything. I mean, he played his first playoff series.
Who are you talking about? Rico Beanies? Is that place still open?
Yeah, that's where he went. That's where he went after they almost got swept out of the damn playoffs. Yeah. Rico Beanies.
Yeah.
But they won one game, and then he got the COVID, and then he didn't play the last game of the playoff series. I don't know.
And you and Diesel, y'all low on that head coach.
I didn't like his playoff adjustment at all.
What could he adjust to? I mean, LaVine wasn't 100%. Nobody was 100%. Now, had they been fully staffed, then I would probably agree. I mean, yeah. But of course, I didn't watch it, so.
I'd have been seeing some bigs out there to bang the creek a little bit more. I mean, I guess they don't do that in the NBA.
They don't do that anymore. They call flagrants. When you cough on somebody, they probably got to call for covert.
Yeah, that's why the guy's on the bench. I don't give a damn if he gets a flagrant.
Yeah, I don't care if he gets 6 fouls. You're right, though. Go out there and use your fouls. You're right about that.
You're getting smoked by 20 damn points, 30 points a damn game. Go out there and show some damn pride.
And it's not like he's shooting 90% from the line. Exactly.
So, I don't know. Maybe that's the old school basketball mentality or something. But I'm not going to just let this guy come down there and rebound and turn around and dunk the ball.
But it's weird that they devalued the 2-point field goal, right?
Yeah.
They like shooting threes. They do the analytics, but they don't do the analytics of, we're better off fouling this bum than watching him, fill it up. Not bum. I didn't call this guy a bum.
Yeah, he's MVP, but
I
know what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. From the line, he's a quote unquote, he's questionable. We'll put it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the playoffs, so you got to attack his weaknesses. And if his weakness is free throws, you're gonna prove you can hit those damn things, especially on the road.
Man.
Yeah.
And you could take their team out their rhythm watching them miss free throws all game.
Yeah. And you knew that they didn't have their mid-range shooter. You let Bobby Portis come and slap you around the jaws with his sack during those last few games. When Middleton went out, and he had no answer.
Well, Portis is a free agent, and he
Wants to come back.
will the Bulls swallow their pride and bring him back?
Well, that was a different administration.
Yeah.
Depends on what kind of contract they can work out. You need a big.
And they need him, man. He's a stretch big.
Yeah.
He's a goon that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he's not a female cat. I'd bring him back in a heartbeat.
Right.
Knows the city.
Yeah. So give him the bag, bring him back, and let's work on the draft. I mean, you're not going to get a finished, polished play out of the damn draft.
No, but you can get several Bobby Portises for the money you're about to blow on Zach LeBack.
Lanie.
Yeah, and LeBack.
My LeBack and my Lanie.
Yeah, and my LeCovert.
Yeah. So I don't know where he's hanging out in the city. He's never been, any party in my neighborhood. So I don't know where he's getting the cover from all the time. But yeah. You can definitely spend that money a little more wisely to with your team. I would definitely not supermax him, whatever that crap they're talking about giving this guy. He'd have to be begging for a job from my organization.
All right. Let's move on to the NBA. So we got.
That's good.
We got Miami. They were able to force a Game 7 at home. And then the genius, Eric Spoelstra, blew it. Is that what happened? Because, I didn't watch it.
Trying to put it on the black guy. Give me buckets.
That's what the media is putting it on?
Yeah, he shot a 3-pointer when they were down 2 with like 40 left.
But ain't that the analytics? Ain't that the way they play basketball now?
Absolutely. And, his teammates are all backing him. And, but, black guy. And so they're downing they're downing the percentage of the shot. They're saying he should at least tie the game up and then try to win.
But that doesn't apply throughout the course of the damn game.
No. Just chuck them up.
Yeah.
And, if you're down, you'll come back. If you're up, you should stay up.
And if you care, at the end of the game is when you should start caring enough to play the game the right way.
You should always follow the analytics. It says, shoot the 3. Chicks dig the long ball.
All right, so literally we got the finals, right? If I'm correct, they're going on starting tonight, right?
Yeah, it's playing right now.
And where is it playing? Where are they at? Golden State or?
Starting out there in Oakland. Whatever the hell the new arena.
They're not in Oakland no more. They moved them over to San Francisco Bay Area. I think they're in Palo Alto up in Silicon Valley. Yeah.
They won't get robbed after the game anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing right now. Last I looked, it looked pretty competitive.
Well, right now, it's 76-66. The Warriors come out and play. They're up. And with 4 minutes left in the third, I'll give you some stats. Jason Tatum is 3 for 12, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 12 points. Horford has got 12 points. Smart's got 12 points. Jaylen Brown's got 12 points on 5 of 15. So between Brown and Tatum, they're 8 for 27 so far, and there's the reason why they're losing.
Yeah.
D. White's got 8 points off the bench. Draymond Green is 1 for 10. Yeah, I'd just be stepping off of him, letting him shoot. 0 for 3 from 3. He's got 10 boards, 4 assists, 2 points. Wiggins.
He does all the intangibles.
Yeah, none of the tangibles, but all the intangibles. Wiggins is 8 for 14 in 26 minutes, 2 for 6 for 4 rebounds. He's got 18. Looney is next. Steph, all right, Mr. Choking in the finals, is in 27 minutes. He's 10 for 17, 7 for 12 from 3, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. They better not blow this game. He's got 30.
Wow.
Clay's got, in 27 minutes, he's 4 for 11, 2 for 5 from 3, 3 assists. He's got 10 points. Iguodala, I'm going to still checks. He's played 6 minutes. He's got 2 points. What's that?
Yeah, playing time?
Yeah, 6 minutes. Otto Porter Jr., that's what they brought Iggy in. They have fantasy that he's going to give him 30 solid minutes in the finals. Otto Porter Jr., who I thought the Bulls should have got. I forgot who we drafted that year. Who did we draft that year? I'm going to go back and see. He's on 14 minutes. He's 4 for 4, 4 for 4 from 3, 4 rebounds, and 12 boards.
Bulls had him.
Otto Porter Jr.? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. We drafted him?
No, we didn't draft him. He got traded here from somewhere, and then they let him go or traded him out of here. He was making too much money. He was either free agent or they traded him out.
I think I remember that. He was too playoff minded.
Yeah, he wanted to win. Got to get him out of there.
Yeah, but I don't think he was the guy. I don't think he was the guy I'm thinking of, though.
Oh, that you wanted to draft?
Yeah. I think that kid is in Dallas now, I think. Denver. I think he's in Denver now.
And,
remember he had the back issues and.
Oh, Michael Bailey.
Who'd you say, Michael who?
Bailey.
I don't think that's Michael Bailey.
Oh, it's the kid out of Missouri.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had no interest in him.
No interest.
And I forgot who we drafted. What's his name? You think of his name, man?
I think it's a Michael too.
Michael Porter Jr.
Michael Porter, yeah.
Yes. So Michael Porter. But yeah, all right. So what's your prediction in the finals? I think we both got Golden State.
Yeah.
But who's going to get the MVP?
It's got to be if Golden State wins it again, it's got to be Steph. He already got a foot up in this game with 30 damn points. So they're not going to give it to Wiggins.
He said, I don't know. Steph's had a history of whop, 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 whop in the finals. But I think the fact that he got hurt at the end of the season probably left his body in a nice, rest.
Yeah, he got a little rest. He started the playoffs off on the bench. So hopefully he's ready to explode through the Celtics. I mean, they really don't have anyone to guard them. I know they do well as far as team defense.
Yeah, that was the year, bro. 2018. In that draft, we went for Wendell Carter Jr., who was already gimpy. Only played 1 year college ball. We got him with our 7th pick.
Yeah, traded him out. He was always hurt.
Right. So let's look at who went after him. Colin Sexton. I didn't want him. Kevin Knox. I had some interest. Mikal Bridges out of Nova. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander with 3 names and a hyphen.
Yeah.
Miles Bridges. Jerome Robinson. But I definitely wanted Michael Porter Jr., bro.
Yeah,
I saw all upside on him.
He felt because his back was hurt and we had no interest. We'd rather have a
blown out knee guy.
We'd rather have a guy who was all potential as opposed to a guy could be a good player once he got healthy.
Right. They were saying that if his upside was a LeBron James type of man, I mean, you know what I'm saying? But that was the potential upside on him. I don't know what they were saying, Michael, the other guy's upside. Wendell Carter
Jr.
Yeah.
He's a dookie. He's a dookie.
And Porter was he gave you 19 points a game last year. That back must be hurting. Man, I didn't know he did all that. He gave you 19.7 rebounds, but only 1 assist for LeBron James type in 61 games, though. And
Yeah,
then
he was getting it done. His back started hurting again at the end of last
did
season.
it? Yeah, I see. And it was obviously hurting in 2019. 2018, he averaged 0 points. He played one game. 2019, he averaged 16 minutes, and he got 9 points on 16 minutes. So when you extrapolate that out, in 2020, he was able to give you twice the minutes, 31, and twice the points, 19.
Right.
Now, I guess his back is hurting this year, but he's still running around giving you 29 minutes, but only 9 points, 35% field goals, dropped way down, 20% field goal percentage. What's going on? Is that guy out there partying and shit?
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Smoking and drinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what was it, Denver? It was Denver, right? Yeah, they lost the other guy they had, Jamal Murray.
They had a lot of hurt players. This is a time for him to step up.
Yeah, it was trying to get your money.
Yeah.
Trying to get your money right. But, hey, what you gonna do? You got the Joker there. I mean, there's only so much money going around. You got to pay the Joker, and then they're gonna pay Murray. But he was hurt all year, so.
Okay.
It was. Hey, it's time to. I don't think he signed a 4-year deal with the club option, but it was his time. It was his year, coming off those 19 points a game, because they were supposed to be contenders this year, but the injuries shut them on down. Even though they made it to the playoffs.
Playoffs? Are you kidding me right now?
It was just it was destined to be a first round loss. But he's a good player. I wanted him to.
I mean, it would have been a more splash pick.
Than Wendell Carter.
It was some kind of hope. Than this guy down there, you're hoping his knee don't, I don't know.
Well, I mean, that was still Garpack's regime that went for the Dookie.
They couldn't watch Porter sit out the whole season like we were really playing for something that year.
Yeah.
And again, Carter's knee wasn't ready. He didn't play at Duke. Remember, he blew his knee out.
Yeah, and they brought him here and tried to make him a 5 in the NBA with a bad knee.
And he couldn't shoot the 3.
Couldn't shoot the 3. So he couldn't bang with the men.
Couldn't bang with the men. Couldn't play analytics ball. National basketball analytics. That's what the NBA is for.
Those are men out there. You got a 18, 19-year-old coming from Duke. He's not going to be able to play with the men. And these aren't the men that were playing back when men were playing. So,
and Coach K didn't even talk to him. I mean, this guy, you know what I'm saying? He didn't get any tutelage. Coach K didn't spend any energy on this guy when he was there because he wasn't lacing him up and playing.
Like, you're going to leave.
Right.
What are you talking about?
All right. All right, let's push past that. Now, something I wanted to talk about. The Magic Johnson and Larry Bird MVP awards. Okay, so is the Bird MVP as opposed to Jeffrey Jordan? Is that a snub? Is that a snub?
I mean, as far as a Chicago fan, yeah, it's definitely both of the damn MVP awards in both leagues to be named after Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Hell, the NFL could name their fucking MVP after Jordan, as far as I'm concerned.
Somebody to be happy because they're wearing his damn uniforms. They might as well, shoot to win his damn MVP trophy. But
now, go ahead, bro. My bad.
But the league was so enamored with the white versus black, the Paul McCartney, Michael Jackson, the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird little fantasy that it just continued on to they had to name the MVP trophy after these individuals.
Yeah, I think they felt like they had to give them something to memorialize them.
Yeah.
But there's no Michael Jordan award. Like the all defensive team, the first team all defense could be the Michael Jordan award or something like that. Like
Yeah.
the MVP trophy, but they named it, I think, after Bill Russell now, which I'm okay with.
Yeah. But I don't think that Jordan or AKA Money will want just anything, given to him to hold his name as far as prestige in the NBA, like a top 6 man award. Some they do to placate him since they gave away the MVPs in the playoffs to Johnson and Larry Bird.
Both clutch players, and
absolutely. Especially
Magic Johnson. Yeah, Bird was. I would probably. I'm gonna say this, Magic. I mean, they could have went with. He wasn't clutch, but he was at a whole hell of a lot of Western Conference Finals. The logo.
Yeah, I mean the logo was the logo, so I guess they decided to leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was I guess the grandfather of the Magic Johnson era and the Larry Bird era. So yeah.
But we called it. I mean, well, I didn't necessarily just ask the question related to the finals, but to the Eastern Western Finals, but we asked the question, who was the MVP of the playoffs so far? Playoffs! And I think we both agreed Steph in the West and Tatum in the East. So
yeah, so thusly you should have both of those teams fighting for the championship.
Yeah, but this was before the Miami series is over, and Tatum, so he's a Celtic. I guess it's appropriate that a Celtic won the Larry Bird Award and a point guard won the Magic Johnson Award, the first one.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's because Jordan's in ownership. They didn't want to bestow that honor on him while he was currently an owner. I don't know. But it's all a slap in the face. I think I read articles sometime this week where all the players in the league should be given a percentage of their salaries to Michael Jeffrey Jordan based on what he did for the NBA.
Well, the league, all those leagues should have their foundational, like, if you play X amount of years, you should get, what word am I looking for? Ownership into the league itself, some sort of stock. For each year you play, you get X number of shares. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and as the bubble grows, then those older players should be getting money. I mean, that's something that should be done. And I bet you'd have a lot less of those players like Iguodala hanging around the league, stealing checks. The league would be like, no, you got to play a minimum of 10 minutes a season to qualify. They got to come up with some minimums.
As a championship player, man.
I don't give a. I mean, look, I'm saying, yes, he gets it for the years that he was playing, but I'm saying it's got to be a minimum, Ace, that you got to play an average of 5 minutes, 10 minutes a game, bro. You can't be sitting around there like Parrish playing 37 seconds a game.
You need practice players. Now, if you got experienced practice,
he don't practice.
He's got to practice. He doesn't play in the game. What else does he do?
Iguodala does not practice. He sits there holding a clipboard.
He practices?
No, he don't practice. If he can practice, he can play.
Well, yeah, but who's he gonna play on?
I'm saying those years that you playing and you're just stealing checks. Dirk Nowitzki did it for years. Those years are invested into the stock that you're getting. After you retire. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you don't get the vested years when you put the work in. Ain't nobody got time for that, Ace. We're not encouraging that.
That's what they negotiated. The team said it's okay for you to, dress
but
up.
This is the league. This is the league's umbrella. We could care less about your personal relationship with this personal player, Mark Cuban. We're all cutting this money as ownership, and we could care less about Dirk and the fucking Nowitzki. You know what I'm saying? In Golden State, anybody outside of the Warriors could care less about Iggy Dower. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's all I'm saying, bro.
I'll take your word for it. But
Yeah.
I think,
They don't deserve shit. They're
you
getting
put
that
him
free
and
kick.
Udonis Haslam in the same class as guys that
Again,
Haslam is a
yes.
mascot for them. He's a practice player.
Every season that you average 15 minutes a game, I see what you're talking about the practice. You got to average 15 minutes per game for it to count. I don't care if you were injured. 15 minutes a game for it to count, for you to be vested. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can retire and sit down somewhere. Because else, Ace, you're going to have people just hanging around because they can get more money vested. Oh, we don't want that.
Yeah, I mean, look at the money they're making now. You got,
Correct. That's what I'm saying. So he don't get stock and all that money. And he ain't even playing.
he don't want the stocks. I think he just want to hang out with the team, get another ring.
That's called being a coach. Be an assistant coach, you know.
He's helping you in practice. He's giving you his practical experience.
Yeah, okay.
Every day he steps out on the court there and practicing. And also what he's yelling from the bench as he's encouraging fellow teammates to fight on. So, yeah. I mean, that's what they consider some type
Bro,
of...
them cats wouldn't even get rings if I was in charge of the league.
The people in the front office gets rings, so yeah.
Right. Yeah,
That guy,
they wouldn't get them either.
That guy that takes his time to take a shower and dress up and drive to the stadium and walk through the hallway like he's gonna play.
That's a cheerleader, bro. I mean, now are we giving the Lovables rings now too? Why don't we just give them rings too? They're there every game, lacing them up.
Well, we won't know ever again if they'll get a ring, but I actually think they were giving them rings.
No.
Replicas or whatever. But
all right. Let's move past this. All right.
we got Jeffrey Jordan. They all want money. The league, the players. I don't think he cares about the trophy, but he'll take a check.
All right. Well, let's move past this. We got next hot topic. Liz Cambridge, the mulatto. I don't know if we can say mulatto on YouTube here. I think you can. It was a rapper named something Mulatto, Little Mulatto or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Liz Cambridge, she's some sort of mulatto. I think she's half Australian. Her dad's Nigerian. She was playing in a scrimmage for the U.S. Olympic team, I want to say. And they were scrimmaging against the Nigerian girls who happen to be melanated. And she was playing rough like Charles Barkley was doing, elbowing them, fighting them, sucker punching them. But more importantly, she was calling them monkeys and telling them to go back to their crap hole countries. We know who she voted for.
Yeah, she's definitely Trump.
Yeah, she's MAGA. She's MAGA all day, boy.
That was a pretty disheartening story to hear. But it's 2022.
Yeah.
They lost the election in 2020. And I'm not speaking of any particular party. I'm speaking of the races. And they've been on a rampage ever since.
So she hates her Nigerian self.
Yeah.
The Australian in her makes her hate the other half of her DNA.
Well, yeah. She's just been told that she's white, and that rumor about the one drop of black blood, that's all it is, a rumor. We'll get your DNA test and show you your 99.9% non-melanated.
I mean, this is weird. And it's probably the case maybe her dad was a deadbeat. I'm making assumptions, not just because he's black, just by how she's carrying herself.
Okay. So the mom couldn't have been a horse.
Yeah, but they never know that until, you know what I mean?
It's a lawsuit. But Yeah, I mean it's hard to fathom
I
that
mean, come on.
American player would be doing that.
Hold on a second. We're going to get close up on this one. And she thinks, look at this. She looks like she needs her ass whooped.
Yeah. She was probably towering over the Cambridge players. And not the Cambridge players, the
Nigerians.
Nigerian players. Well, no, they all pretty tall too. Yeah.
But they're not as well fed as her.
Yeah, so I'm sure they want to whoop her ass. But they got a certain amount of pride. And I guess they let her team handle the situation. It's quite disheartening to hear a story like that.
Apparently, she lost some weight or gained some weight at some point. Look at that. She was modeling at some point.
Oh, yeah. So
maybe she was a rookie or something. I don't know. But she didn't look like that in that initial picture.
Maybe that's her wife.
Something I got to do more investigating. Shaq's got a picture with her. Got a picture with Drake. I'm just on the Google Images, you know.
Yeah, that'll make her famous.
She just ruined her
career.
Not necessarily her career. Yeah, I'd be booing. I mean, I'm willing to show up to the Las Vegas game and boo every time she touches the ball, fella.
That's who she currently plays for, Las Vegas.
I'm seeing pictures where she's in Los Angeles jersey. Let's see who she plays for. Because if she's here in LA, I'm definitely showing up.
I don't think she's in the league.
You don't think she's in the league no more?
They don't make enough money to care about her to have her stay in the league.
I think you're right. Let's see. I think she's an Australian.
Yeah, she can be a racist.
No. Okay, she plays for Australia and she plays for the Los Angeles Sparks. I got to show up. I think I'm going to pay money to sit behind the bench.
They got to play at the Forum. I know they're not playing at the Staples Center.
That's a good point. That's a good. Hey, Ace, yeah. Oh, man, you're going to see me get thrown out of that game. You know how the players be, get him. Yeah.
Look at this a-hole over here.
Yeah, I'm having the Nigerian colors, you know. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you laced them up with the best of them. We played street ball and pickup games and on tournament teams. And come on, bro.
At what point do you take away from the focus from the game and start calling people monkey? The monkey noises.
And you're from a crap hole country. Like, bro, that'd be the equivalent to me playing Hyde Park Little League and talking to the other teams, although most of them played from Hyde Park Little League, but all of them weren't from Hyde Park. But still, like we on a road or something like that, or we playing an all-star game, go back to your shithole neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're a bunch of poor monkeys. Like,
yeah, I'm going to show you a poor monkey. You son.
Right. Right. But they said one of those big Nigerians, so she did something. They said one of the Nigerians rabbit punched her in the back of the head after she put everything together. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then old girl apologized.
Probably saying it under her breath, you know, just to her teammates or whatever she was trying to do. You know how those MAGA supporters are. Next thing you know, somebody in the back of the head. Which should have happened a long time ago.
Does she get a pass because she's half Nigerian?
Well, no. I mean, her story's probably going to come out that, that's not what she meant. She was just taunting them. It was just head psychological games. She was playing against the team. I don't know. No, she doesn't get a pass. Yeah, she needs some professional help if she's calling half of herself, monkeys, the whole country. Yeah. Your father's Nigerian. Come on. What's wrong with you? Yeah. I mean, that would prompt me to want to know more about this side of myself, as opposed to taunting a team from the country where my father originated and being a complete butthole. It is 2022. Jim Crow is on the way back. Not as a scarecrow, just everyday old MAGA racism, you gotta face. And it's just like every day you're saying, in 2022, we still gotta deal with this. But yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, was it under her breath? Like all the players said they heard it, and what are the officials? It goes back to what we talked about last week or the week before. What are the officials and the other coaches doing? You're not gonna sit this person down. I'd sit the kid down like, hey, look, we can't be calling these, we can't be doing this.
Yeah, I throw her ass out the game is what I do.
Right, go in the locker room, go get dressed. Yeah, either as a coach or as a ref. Exactly.
I mean, because apparently you don't value.
You don't have any self-respect.
Right, that you can't paid to play.
I'd have told her, isn't your daddy a monkey?
Well, the players probably didn't know at that time my daddy was quote unquote monkey. So,
She might not have known, huh?
Until the story came out. I mean, this is just sad. There's no way. It's just sad.
I was trying to find. Yeah, they got this on Business Insider. Yeah, she's ruining her endorsement and coaching abilities. And
yeah, you can wear the MAGA hat. You can't spew the MAGA words, but people can hear you. Is what the advertising company is saying. Yeah.
Oh,
what are you doing?
Ace. Yeah, I think she's probably. I was thinking, well, allegedly, in my opinion, maybe those pills and some sort of drugs. But yeah, she's using the old racist 1-2. She's citing mental health struggles for her departure from the Australian national team.
Over.
Oh yeah, because she was quarantined that time during COVID.
Yeah, she hasn't recovered yet. Thank you. Yeah.
It was a closed door scrimmage. I know she thinks that's private, which, and I hear you. Like I said, I've been in some contentious games, but you don't get off into that name calling like that. Like, not like that.
Yeah. I mean, everything has a focus on hooping.
Right.
Telling somebody that
you're a bum, you can't guard me. Right.
Yeah. Not you're a monkey. Go back to this. Son of a bitch.
Wow. Yep, she was believing her hype, man.
Yeah. Get invincible and get a certain amount of contracts behind. Like, yeah, I'm invincible. I can say whatever I want to say.
Okay. Now, in an Instagram post published, Cambridge, who joined the WNBA's Los Angeles Sparks in free agency, just joined the team, vehemently denied using the racial slur towards the Nigerian team that has been circulating. She also insisted that she fouled Macaulay unintentionally and the entire situation was handled privately almost a year ago. When asked for comment, the Sparks directed insider to Cambridge's post. Australian and Nigerian players reportedly chose to break their silence on the altercation, which took place just ahead of the Tokyo Games. And after Cambridge told ABC News Australia that the Sparks protected her on a level that the Opals or the Australian team never gave me, Cambridge WNBA teammates in LA appear to be standing by their star. Longtime Sparks superstar Nika Ogumwike, sounds Nigerian, who's the president of the Players Association, said, as a team, we talked about it and we addressed it. These people be selling out.
Yeah.
Selling out. That's how she's the head of the Players Association. Whatever agenda is happening with it, resurfacing, that's other people's business. Quite frankly, we talked about it before she came to the team. Granted, so she had heard about it. Granted, people have their own accounts of what happened, but we addressed it and we talked about how important it is for us to be together, be transparent, and also empower people, empower giving people second chances. I bet you she called her a monkey as soon as she left that meeting. Didn't she? Stupid monkey. And we have Liz is back. Wow. Anything for $1, Ace.
Yeah, I mean, they probably said, "Hey, we're going to spend this." They probably the publicists put them all on a speakerphone, and yeah, just say you got her back, and I'll find a way to fix this tomorrow. Yeah, there's no place for it in basketball. And there's no way that they didn't. I would support someone that did something that, especially on the world stage.
I bet you if she was over there calling them quote unquote bull daggers, I mean this is LGBTQ and all kind of homosexual slurs, the WNBA wouldn't be so
cavalier about
forgiving her. Yeah.
But that's whole another ball of wax.
Whole nother ball of wax. But they never called the Nigerian girls liars, and I don't know what their motivation would be to lie.
Yeah. There's no motivation to lie. You're just gonna tell the truth about this jagbag who, unfortunately, is a star for your Los Angeles Sparks.
Is she any good? I know you watch girl sports. Did she put numbers up?
I don't get to see the Sparks play much.
Well, she just got on the Sparks. I don't know where she.
I've never seen her play.
All right, so she must not be a top tier WNBA player.
She might be good, but there's a lot of great players in the league. Fortunately, we got a couple of them here in Chicago, and
she's probably one of the. I don't want to call her prostitutes, but if they had prostitutes in the league, you see she was hanging out with Drake, and now let's get her on the LA team, and she can be out here, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You see how she's dressed. I'm not saying that anybody who dresses like that is a prostitute.
Yeah, prostitute. But maybe she can get Dre to come to a
right
or something.
Right.
She's fun to hang out with.
Right. Good for the team.
Yeah. Takes one. Yeah.
WNBA campus.
Look at her stats, man. I mean,
That's what I'm looking for. She's 6'9". That's huge for an WNBA player.
That's huge for anybody.
You ain't lying about that. You ain't lying about that. That's NBA size, man.
Yeah, training. So,
Okay, all right, yeah. I mean, she's not a bum, Ace. They got her 15.9 or 16.2. I don't know why there's the discrepancy.
Mm-hmm.
But 6 rebounds and then 7.6 rebounds. So around 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Okay.
She's not a bum. And she was drafted in the first round, the second pick in 2011.
Okay.
Wow. So she's just big-headed.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she's just a racist. Oh, yeah.
How can you be a racist when you're literally half Nigerian? That's like so disconnected, bro.
She doesn't
identify with
recognize that side, the one drop of blood inside.
Why didn't they make her go on an apology tour and take her around Nigeria and ensure that all the people aren't swinging from trees and they aren't all poor and and half of them come over here and become doctors and lawyers? No, she don't want none of that.
Just sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
Until a sponsor threatens to pull an ad, or they start losing money.
Yeah.
They really force the apologies.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. So the Giants Major League Baseball manager, Gabe Kaplan, former player, won't stand for the national anthem due to the recent gun violence. 2 questions for you, Ace. Do you agree? And where is the Colin Kaepernick type of uproar?
Well, he's not melanated. It was a call of action that you put out, prior weeks, as far as what are the sports teams, what are these organizations stand going to be on the shootings, this awful violence, the use of guns to ad nauseum. What are they going to do? And we heard a statement from Golden State Warriors.
Steve Kerr. Go ahead, bro.
But now you got some action being put behind it by the manager, Kapler of the San Francisco Giants. I don't know what it'll do. Racist is racist, but it's the way he feels that he needs to express himself on his platform to hopefully stop this violence, get these senators to draw up a bill and sign it to curtail this violence with handguns or AR-15s or whatever these idiots are going out and buying and going to the damn local neighborhood school or supermarket to make themselves bigger than life.
Yeah, but where are the Stephen A. Smiths? Like Kaepernick should have done that, and there's people in the military who died for this country, and it's right around Memorial Day, and blah blah blah. And what is he gonna do next? What next? What's his plan? What's next? I mean, where is all that, bro?
But now they understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kaepernick got after Kaepernick exonerated.
And it's not anti-police, although 12 is looking pretty bad too. Not doing their damn job.
Yeah. It's just, it was going to be different when he did it. I mean, they act like that. He asked for all the fanfare and attention.
Right.
Fans and ownership.
Right.
Everybody
he didn't even make a statement. He just started silently protesting.
Right.
Basically said, I'm not standing up for this shit, this farce. Right.
Right. So once he did that, somebody got wind of it, and the news story made it viral, and it haven't stopped since then. So, I'm happy of the gesture.
Kaepernick's half white. The pink people couldn't see that?
No. It wasn't Afro. Come on.
And he was raised by an all pink family.
Yeah. They don't care about that. He had an Afro. He was kneeling when the national anthem was going on.
Mm-hmm.
He's disrespecting the world. Right. God bless America and no place else.
So if he's doing that, he's just a dirty N-word. But if he's talking about Nigerians or waving the American flag, then he's like Drake or Levine. It's a good old boy.
He's the freaking starting quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers. He's an influencer. We can't have that.
Right.
Let's tear the whole country up. Put it in an uproar.
Oh, they kill me with that. You get rich in this country and you don't have a right to complain. You know what I mean? It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Any other time, though, you made it by yourself. You pulled yourself up by your bootstraps.
Yeah.
But now somehow you owe America the credit for your success.
Well, I think the bootstraps line is fools. They gotta figure out another way to put you down.
Yeah. They do that to LeBron. Speaking of LeBron, Le Billionaire James. Yeah. Hey, congrats. He's been he's the first NBA player to cross that $1 billion threshold. What's your thought? While still currently playing, what's your thoughts on that?
I kind of thought it was inevitable. I pretty much thought that he would have hit that sooner, but it's quite amazing. Without any controversy, while opening a school, while keeping his family unit together.
Yeah, they said he I think earned over $300 million from Cleveland or something. Like he earns so much just from his checks. Like what you were talking about, how much money they're making these days.
Right. They still owe part of that to money. I mean, Jordan
and Larry Bird.
No.
It's called
Oh,
Bird.
the
It's
Larry
called
Bird rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Jordan breaking the $35 million barrier and taking the NBA from, taking the mantle
I
from,
love Jordan. I just can't give it all to Jordan because Magic and Bird took it to another level too.
yeah,
They every player that laced them up got the league to where it is.
yeah, but I mean, come on. Michael Jordan sold out every arena that he played in while he was playing.
Agreed. I agree. And that being said, they all should be getting something. Just Michael Jordan should be getting a bigger piece.
Yeah, absolutely.
Commensurate to right to how you grew the league.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can give you that.
he
But
took them worldwide, dude. Magic and Bird made the NBA a household name in the United States, but
he brought the white folks back to it.
yeah, yeah. And Michael Jordan took them worldwide. And, and that's where the money came from.
But the billionaire James, he took a nice strategy. They were going for ownership in these companies instead of just signing the brick, to be an advertiser. He said, "No, pay me in stocks."
Right.
That's brilliant.
Right. That's the deal that Magic didn't take with Nike.
Yep.
He'd have been a billionaire a long time ago.
Yep.
But you live and you learn. I don't think he's hurting for cash.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah. So big ups to the billionaire. Congrats, bro. All right, so now we're at the coup du jour, the topic of the day.
All right.
The all-time pink NBA team out there.
Yeah, out there.
Yeah. So now, all right, Ace. What we're gonna do? Let me get my list here. We're gonna go position by position.
Right.
And we're going to start with, in my opinion, the least important position. As Jordan would disagree. We're going to start with the power forward. Who's your all-time white power forward, fella?
Well, I put Dirk Nowitzki at my 4.
We're in agreement. And Dirk Nowitzki's career average, and his average went down because he was stealing money at the end. But he still finished with 21 points, 8 boards, and 2 assists. And I think his numbers would have been more around 27, and like 10 or 11. But he just kept staying around, stealing money, and killing his damn numbers.
Anyway, come on. They had nobody else on the team.
And like you said, he was looking at all that money everybody was making. And
all right. I can take that with me.
Right, back to my shithole country.
I don't think about it.
Cabbage can say it, I can say it. All right, here we go. All right, now we're going to move to, in my opinion, the second least important position out there. And this is arguable. I don't know if I feel this way. But I'll kick it off. We're going to go with the 3 position. Now, I chose Larry Legend Bird, what do they call him? The Hitch from French Lick? What do they call him?
Hick from French Lick.
Yeah, the Hick.
Yeah.
Who you got at your 3?
At my 3, I have Larry the Hick from French Lick Bird.
Yeah, all right. And his career numbers are 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. Damn good numbers. And they both got chips. I think Dirk got 1.
Dirk got 1.
Yeah, but that was huge. He's got the only one in Dallas history. So
yeah, on LeBron chip.
Right, but Dirk is a true franchise player because he took them from nothing and got them a chip.
Yeah. Carried them quite a distance.
Now Larry Bird, he was already at a established program where he went to, where they had several chips, but we don't take that away from him because he was a beast. All right. So now we're going to push on, in my opinion. To the third least important position on the court. This would be controversial. And probably surprising coming from me. Well, no. You know what? I got to stick true to how I feel. I'm going to say the 5. The 5 is the third least important position from what I feel about the game of basketball. Ace, it's on you. Who is your 5?
My 5 that I picked for this particular survey may be controversial to some. They might put him in a different position. But I like Kevin McHale.
Well, you can go with that because, he's listed as a center forward career-wise, and he actually played both positions. He'd get his ass kicked, but I hear you down there just playing a 5. But, hey, that's who you want. That's who you got. And McHale's numbers are 17 points, 7 rebounds, and let's see. 17 points, 7 rebounds. I'm trying to see his assist numbers here. There we go. Two assists. All right, so my 5 ace is a cat out of DePaul Blue Demons. They still do a drill that's named after him. Every team, every big that's worth his or her salt. They had me doing it. I was the smallest guy in Eisenhower history. The George Mikan drill. I'm like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
But I have to go with George Mikan. He revolutionized the position.
Okay.
And he's a Chicago cat. Well, he played at DePaul. I haven't researched more than that. Career numbers, 22 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists. George Mikan. That's my 5.
Powerful numbers.
Yeah.
And he was on my list of
yeah, you were considering him for your 5. All right.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to go to the 4th least important or the second most important position on the court. In my mind, I'll kick this one off.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 guard. All right. I'm going with Jerry the Logo West, 27 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Jerry the Logo was thirsty.
It's giving them the business.
The business.
Yeah, on a nightly basis. Because he ended up with 27 a game.
Those are Jordan type numbers, bro.
Yeah, imagine what he was doing when he was in his prime.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to look at that, his career stats, and look at his biggest season.
Yeah.
Who you got at your 2?
At my 2, I got the logo as well, Jerry West. Yeah.
All right, so far we got the same players, except you went with McHale at the 5, and I went with Mikan at the 5. All right, so now the most important position. I'm biased. I played this position. This is the quarterback on the court. If this was football, and most of these players were pink or white playing this position, as I'm sure it was back in the day, it was always acknowledged as the most important position on the court. As soon as the colored started doing it, it became less important. That all being said, I think it's on you, Ace. Who did you pick?
That's important for the bad teams.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And the bad coaches. So who you got at your 1, the coach on the floor?
I'm going with the prolific steal master and assist man, John Stock.
Ooh, really? Really? I'm surprised you went with John Stockstone.
Yeah.
I considered John Stockstone, but I'm going to have to disagree with you there.
All right.
And I went with Pistol Pete Maravich. He gave you 24 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists.
Okay.
So my 5 is, go ahead, what were you about to say?
Well, some consider him as a 2.
Well, it's like your Kevin McHale position, but he played the 1 and the 2.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
He was a 1. He had the ball all the time. That guy ran up. Yeah, that guy ran up and down the court.
Yeah, you gotta have the ball all the damn time.
Yeah.
Make things happen.
So now I got Pistol Pete at the 1, Jerry West at the 2, Larry Legend at the 3, Dirk Nowitzki at the 4, George Mikan at the 5.
All right.
What's your squad before we do the 6 man?
I had Stockton at the 1, West at the 2, Bird at the 3, Nowitzki 4, McHale at the 5.
All right. Fair enough. Now, the 6 man, it's my turn to kick this off. My 6 man is, I went with a big. You can never have too many bigs.
Mm-hmm.
He's a center / a forward. Kevin McHale.
Okay.
And plus, he naturally was a 6 man.
Yeah.
To kind of fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, behind the Chief and all of them. All right, but who's your 6 man?
My 6 man, which kind of, makes our starting 6 mirrored. My 6 man was Pistol Pete.
Right, and we both got tweeners or guys who, play 2 positions as the 6 man.
Yeah. Yeah, Pistol Pete was my 6 man at Stockton, West, because I was going to put Pistol Pete at the 2 and Stockton at the 1, but I couldn't overlook Jerry West. I couldn't overlook the logo.
And as I went through this list, Ace, it made me reconsider my all NBA team, whether they're colored, melanated or not.
Mm-hmm.
So, juxtaposing this list, my 1 on that team is Magic Johnson. So in this scenario, you'd have Magic going up against Pete Maravich. Magic would have trouble. They'd both have trouble guarding each other. Neither one of them would have a chance.
Yeah.
Then at the 2, you'd have Jerry West going up against Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Oh, boy.
It's a sad day for Jerry West, in my opinion.
Oh, well,
he'd get his, but yeah.
Yeah, Mike's going to get it.
Now, Mike could just get pissed every time Jerry West scored on him. Mike just get mad.
Yeah.
Then you had Larry Bird, actually. So I used to have Pip, no tipping Pippin in here at my 3, but I'm sorry, can't do it, won't. I've watched them both play, and at the end of the day, if I had to choose if I was picking a squad, not trying to be, I'd love to pick my brothers, but I'm going with Larry Bird. So Larry Bird, actually, is on my all NBA team. He's the only non-melanated. Now, my 4 would be Dirk Nowitzki, and he'd be going up. I actually changed my 4. Before, my 4 was Dennis Rodman. Can't do it. I would go with Mr. Fundamentals. What's his name?
Tim Duncan.
Timmy Duncan would be my 4. And then my 5, before I was saying the Nigerian from the shithole country, the monkey. Let Cambridge tell it. What's his name? Hakeem and Dream Olajuwon. He speaks 8 languages.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hurts my heart to take him off of there, but I have to go with my Noop, and who was putting up 100 points and average 50 points a season.
Okay, go with Wilt Stilt.
Yep. So I'd have George Mikan against Wilt the Stilt, Dirk Nowitzki, who we saw Dirk go up against Tim Duncan. And we're talking all of them in their primes. A prime Larry Bird going up against a prime Larry Bird, a prime Jerry West going up against a prime Michael Jordan, and a prime Pistol Pete Maravich going up against a prime Magic Johnson.
Wow.
And then a prime Kevin McHale as my 6 man going up against a prime Dennis Rodman. That's my juxtaposition.
Okay. That's good hoop.
Yeah, that would be good hooping.
Yeah.
It would be good hooping.
Good hoop.
Who's your all-time NBA 5 or 6?
Well, any list such as that, you got to start out with Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
It's 2.
It's a 2, yeah.
And he revolutionized that position too.
Yeah. Like that 1, You gotta go with Magic. I mean,
You gotta go with Magic, man, because he was an orchestrator. He kept everybody happy and knew how to feed the. You gotta feed him, baby. You gotta give him the ball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but go ahead, bro. Go ahead. My bad.
Zeke was a tough son of a gun. But
I loved him, but he's a prick.
yeah, he just made the world hate him.
I used to argue for Zeke, but never. But you had to go with Magic because you can't coach that size. And like you said, he made the world hate him. His players like Zeke, though. I say that. Nobody who played with him ever disliked him.
Yeah, but the world hate him.
The way they approached life was different, and they were friends. Like, they would have made a great married couple. And there were some rumors, too. Remember, they kissed each other. Yeah, it's LBGQB, ABC.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, according to the documentary, they used to hang out in the summers and hoop.
Yeah. Be in the hot tub together and stuff.
Allegedly. Him and Zeke and you said Big Mark McGuire.
Yeah, Big Mark.
East Lansing, Michigan. Steals some big magic. So,
all right, so yeah, I agree, man. But Zeke don't get enough talk because he's such a prick.
Yeah.
Man, I would almost consider him for my sixth man now that you mention it. But I'm gonna stay with D-Rod. But go ahead, bro.
So I got Magic. I got
Jordan. So you got Magic going up against Stockton. You got a prime Jordan going up against a prime Jordan.
Yeah. I'm going the Diesel at the 5.
Shaq Diesel?
Yeah.
I'm gonna foul the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So you got Shaq Diesel going.
I'm talking about prime Shaq Diesel. Yeah, you didn't have to worry about foul. He's gonna take your ass right through the damn hoop.
Hey, him and Kevin McHale would be going at it, wouldn't they?
Yeah. He'd be pulling them. The dirty damn tricks.
Shaq would be frustrated trying to guard him, but he'd be dunking on McHale, man. Like McHale wouldn't have be bagging him up, just drop stepping and dunking on him. Oh man, McHale be sweating, drying the ball off. Remember, he used to be stealing time on the free throw line. Took 12 seconds to shoot.
Yeah. He was in the guard. He could took 45 seconds. Nobody.
Yeah. He'd go get the towel, dry his hands off, then stand at the line for 12 seconds. He's a crafty veteran.
Yeah.
All right. So you got Shaq Diesel against McHale. That's a hell of a matchup. All right. You got you need to do your 4 and your 3. Larry Legend, you got him on your white team.
My 3, I'm going with Julius Erving, Dr. J.
So you're going with Doc against Larry Legend. And we saw some of that, but Doc wasn't in his prime. But we saw some of that.
Yeah. You're going with the ABA Doc.
Right, prime. Right, prime. All right.
And my 4, what beast would I have at my 4?
So wait, the 4 on your who's the 4 on your all white team?
Nowitzki.
Nowitzki. Okay, yeah.
Dirk Diggler, Nowitzki. I haven't thought. Yeah, I like the Worm because of his defense. Offense sucked, and you have such a beast at that position, such as the mailman. But I'm gonna put Charles Barkley at my 4.
Yeah, he's another one who talked about Africans and
yeah.
So you'd have prime Barkley going up against prime Dirk.
Yeah.
That'd be a hell of a matchup.
Yeah.
Hell of a matchup. All right. Who's your 6 on your all-time team?
6 on my all-time team. I took Dr. J already. It's going to have to be Kobe.
How could we forget Kobe Bean? We ain't even mentioned LeBron. Who's my 6? Who did I say? Rodman? Yeah, I like having bigs. All right, I'm going to stay with that. All right, so, and there's only one ball. You know how that goes, man.
Yeah.
All right, but Sovereign 100's in the chat. And for his all-white team, he didn't pick 5. But he's got John Stockton. He agrees with you there. He's got Tom Chambers, bro. Tom Chambers, what would you have him at, a 4 or a 3?
Tom Chambers would be a 4.
All right.
He was on the steroids or something. He didn't get it done.
And then he said pre-injury Bill Walton, I guess, at his 5. I considered Walton, but I looked at his numbers. Even pre-injury, he wasn't doing shit. He had no college career. That was
Yeah, he was pretty hyped as a NBA player.
he sure was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think his college career was oh man, we forgot
Kaepernick?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, I didn't forget him. He ain't on my team over Wilt.
Yeah, I got you.
Right. But yeah, I hear you. Yeah. And then you gotta look at the synergy potentially between him and Magic.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, Cap, you're right. Cap's my 6th man. Robin's gotta go. So I agree with you there.
All right, you like big, so yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Cap's my 6th man. Yeah, we're gonna need another big to come off the bench and back up Wilt. Man, oh my God, yeah, Wilt, and then Cap backing him up. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You talking about rim protection then.
And I got Phil Jackson coaching.
Phil.
Yeah. Who you got coaching?
I like Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Um,
And Sovereign, we need 2 more players, man. You got your 1, you got your 4, and your 5. We need your 2 and your 3 and your 6th man. Go ahead, Ace.
Rouse, Pat Riley, because he took his team from Showtime to the Thugs of New York. So, and
yeah, they didn't get nothing done in New York, but I know your point.
Yeah, well, it was Pat Ewing's fault.
Yeah, and he got Showtime to play some D and to convince them that that's the only way they were going to get something done.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Pat Ewing was soft. That's why I never got anything done in New York.
All right, man. Great job. That was fun. All pink team. So, yeah, you got any final words, Ace?
Hey, just be careful out there. Be safe. We're hitting the summertime. You got a slew of people losing their minds, victimizing the youth, elderly blacks, and if you know someone in your household, friend or cousin is armed, and they don't, and they're the cousin or friend or family member that has to sleep or live in the back room at grandma's house, tell somebody.
Wait, and they got limited income, but they're somehow able to spend 60 or 70% of their income on guns and ammo. Go ahead.
Yeah. Tell somebody, or just go in there, lure them out of the damn house. They can't be that damn smart. Just lure them out of the house, take the weapons from them. And if they go crazy, then at least they go crazy or nuts without any weapons and harming people and killing kids and killing elderly and coming out with these manifestos or excuses for covert, talking about that's the reason that they went on these killing sprees.
Well, bro, you should have to be 30 years old to buy the AR-15 and any weapons and body armor. 30.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or we got to figure something out. Like
30.
If you're gonna buy AR-15, you got to have some kind of surety bond or insurance policy. It's like if you're 30 or 20 something years, you're 18 or 25 years old, and you buy a Corvette or a damn Mustang GT or one of these hot rods,
race cars.
They're gonna tax your ass for being able to go out there with one of these muscle cars and the ability to kill somebody.
Well, it would have to be a combination of the two. But the reason I say 30 is that, it's easy to hide your insanity all through high school and early college, and everybody think it's cute. They'll grow out of it and this, that, and the third.
Just crazy.
Yeah, your brain ain't developed, things like that. By 30, 9 times out of 10, They've been diagnosed. There's doctors involved. They've had some kind of pills. You know, there's enough history in the family to say that guy should not have an AR-15. You know what I'm saying? And you still have your gun rights.
Yeah.
You know, you can still go get you a pistol or a 6-shooter or a Glock or whatever. Right. But the body armor, no. The shells this big and you buying thousands of them, that's not on your... Bro, at midnight on your 18th birthday, you're ordering all this and no red flags are going up?
None whatsoever. Yeah.
But yet they got a bot that can monitor every word we say here on YouTube.
Yeah.
But they don't have the bots that can put together when you're on Facebook making threats and on this social media thing making threats. There's no algorithm for that.
No interest.
And he bought the AR-15. Right.
No interest.
Did you hear about the guy who, because he had back surgery in May, bro, talking about his back was hurting? That's the guy who went and shot everybody up the other day. He's a grown man, though. Went and bought him an AR-15 to kill the doctor and had a note on him. Killed 5 people. I forgot where it was yesterday. And went to the hospital, killed the doctor who performed the surgery, killed 2 other doctors who were trying to protect the doctor.
Oh, my God.
And his note said, I'm here just to kill the doctor, and I'm going to kill anybody who gets in my way. And that's exactly what he did. And then he killed himself. At least he offed himself, though.
Yeah. Could have did that first. I don't know why they didn't do that first.
What kind of prognosis? Ace, when I saw that, he just had the surgery like May 22nd of this year.
Oh, wow. He wasn't instantly healed?
And go through some therapy, and your back wasn't hurt that bad if you can carry an AR-15 and right?
Right. Move around the building and go through the lobby and elevator and whatever he did to get to this doctor.
Man. That's the world we live in, bro. Them damn AR-15s, man.
You got to do better. Senate, background checks, whatever. Like I said, you know, if you can afford an AR-15 at 18, it should cost you $30,000.
Correct. And like you said, the insurance and everything. And and the parents won't be so quick to be buying them for them kids. And let's have the Ronald Reagan executive order reversed already. I don't just blame him. He's the one who closed down all the federal mental health facilities where you can house these people and get them on medication, put fences around them and keep them there until somebody says he's no longer a threat to himself or to others. There was a place where like that young kid from Uvalde, Texas, his mom or his grandmother could have called the police and they could have taken him there, you know, because these people get big as they're little wacky and they get strong and people are afraid, they're intimidated. And so what can you do? His mom kept saying, you know, he had his reasons and nobody asked her, well, what was his reasons? And there's no reason, but I'm saying she knows something.
She knew something, yeah.
Yes, maybe he was getting sexually assaulted. She knew, right? And she kept saying that he got his reasons. I'm sorry that happened to his people, but he had his reasons. What happened to him? Right?
He didn't like kids, or you know, the kids were taunting him as he was, you know, out walking down the street with his AR-15.
Right? What reason do you have for killing innocent 4th graders? That's what I told Tori. Like, okay. So I'm flunking out of high school. Where does I say, well, I'm going to go up to my grade school and kill all the 4th graders?
Yeah. Where's the rationale? Oh, you say, well, he's crazy.
Unless something happened to him in the 4th grade.
Yeah. Or at that school.
At that school around that age. Right.
And everybody who was associated with was probably gone.
Yeah.
But he felt he needed to go up there and
let everybody feel the pain that he felt. Yeah. But I'm saying, bro, not just on Ronald Reagan, every other president, including Barry Obama, after him, nobody has reversed that. We can send all this money. You're talking about the money for the state that y'all was supposed to have for baseball. All this is going over there to Ukraine. We can send all this money all over the place, but I look out on my alley and there's homeless people and they're out there shaking and smoking meth and you know, I got to go down there to make sure my wife is good when she's pulling in the garage. I mean, God bless those people. What I'm saying is they need help. And that's why they're all over the street now. And it's so easy now to just go get an AR-15 and kill people to hurt people, hurt people. Hurt people, kill people now.
People are definitely killing people. So all we can do is keep saying something, trying to do something, and you know, I don't know. I mean, people feel that their vote doesn't count. Maybe you get these senators out of office, or you get somebody in there that'll take care of the people's agenda. I know it's so hard because it's all jaded, it's all money grabbing, and it's all, you know, once they get in, it's damn near impossible to get them out.
Man. Yeah, they need term limits.
Well, they'll never vote for that. Come on, who's gonna vote to limit their job?
Vote themselves out of a best job in America. Boy.
Yeah. Benefits for life. You can steal from anybody you want to.
Kickbacks, pork. Yeah. You can become president. Used to be a time where they kept all that separate.
Yeah.
You wasn't coming out of the House of Congress and all that and becoming president. You know, we kept all that separate.
Yeah.
All right, but well said, man. Great job today, fella.
Yeah.
All right, so next week, well, first on the Self-Love Show on Wednesday, we're doing How to Accumulate Wealth. It's a 2-part series, 101, 102. 101 is called Reprogramming the Mindset. Reprogramming the Mindset, or deprogramming the programming that many of us have suffered from. 102, the 102 course will be 2 weeks after that. And that's where we're going to get into the way people have made bags and potential ways to invest and make bags. Next week, on Mouthpiece Included right here, we're going to go through the history of the melanated in the WWE. That's right. Not just the WWE, we'll just say professional wrestling.
All right. Go back to Bobo Brazil.
Yeah, Bobo Brazil. Yeah. So that's what we got with the chops.
Yeah.
And so as you're sliding through, man, anywhere in America, make sure you checking your 6. Check that blind spot. Look over both shoulders. Guard your grill. Knuckle up.
Yeah.
And don't forget to. And don't forget to. And don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. Huh?
Mouthpiece, baby.